A simple mistake leaves one brother badly injured.
It was the worst pain I'd ever felt in my life.
Soaking, frozen, and miles from the canyon's exit, the other has no choice but to find a way out, alone in the dark. Deep inside the canyon, Jeremy hits a series of sharp drops, and for the first time, realizes that he is completely lost.
I'm going the wrong way. There were definitely points that made me strongly question that I was not in the right place. Maybe I veered off.
Jeremy's exhaustion is adding to his confusion. Instead of listening to his instincts, he plows on, getting further and further from the canyon's only exit.
Something was wrong. I knew something was wrong. But I hadn't seen my side canyon.
And the terrain is getting worse and worse. In daylight, this climb would be a challenge. In the dark, it's practically suicidal.
Harris. April 5th, 2000. Mackenzie Susan Harris.
Mackenzie Susan Harris. May 1st, 1995.
Skylar.
Christopher Harris.
December 3rd.
Trisha Lou Harris.
I got stuck. And all of a sudden, I realized that one of my worst fears is happening, that I might be starting to lose grip on the situation. And that really scared me. And so as painful as it was, I pretty much forced myself to stand up and endure some pain to try and get my system in check. Pain would just shot right up in through my nerves, right up into my knee. It was terrible, but it woke me up.
The way I'm going, that's the way. The state of mind that I was in was really insane.
How do you know that?
Really emotional.
Don't.
I didn't feel like I was talking to God.
You sure this is the right way?
But I had to talk to somebody.
I'm going the wrong way.
You know, I'd have moments consumed by negative thoughts. What if Justin hasn't made it? You know, why is he sitting there and not me?
I'm out there, and it seems like it's been forever since Jeremy's left. And ever so subtly, I start to see changes in the light. And high above me, it looks maybe a little bit differently. And unless I'm hallucinating at this point, unless I'm starting to see things, I've probably made it through the night. And it was almost like a new awakening. It was a new day, and I was never so glad to see the sun come up.
Jeremy has somehow survived the series of perilous climbs. But tragically, he still hasn't realized he's been going in the wrong direction for almost half the night.
And I came to another area that was a choke in the canyon and walked up on top of it, and it was about 60 feet to the bottom. I didn't have a rope or a harness, and my thought was,
jump in. Good idea.
I was going to jump off the top of this into this pool.
Jeremy is so exhausted that it's affecting his judgment. There is no chance that he will survive this jump.
Jump in, jump in, jump in. Yeah.
And I picked up this rock and threw it off. I remember watching that rock fall through the air and hit the pool. I instantly, my mind switched. I was like, no, what are you thinking? That's impossible. That's ridiculous.
I don't know how much more I can take.
Immediately, my thoughts reversed, and my plan changed to go back to Justin.
It's a dead end. All that Jeremy wants to do now is get back to his brother. Ironically, for the first time in almost 12 hours, he's going the right way.
And then I realized what it was going to take to get back there.
He's got to climb back up the cliffs that last night he risked his life scrambling down.
It was literally having to do the impossible.
For Justin, daylight brings a new sense of hope that rescue is on its way.
I could see the sunlight on the cliffs above me changing, and it's getting closer to me. And it's warming up a little bit. For the first time since I had been out there, it was almost bearable. And I'm sitting there, going through the hours and the calculations in my mind, and I'm feeling really good about where I'm at, and I'm feeling great about where Jeremy's at. I'm thinking in my mind that he's probably back to camp, and he's got help coming, and I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna have one heck of a story to tell. And hopefully my wife won't kill me when I get home. And I'm laying there, and I'm just about as relaxed as I've been the whole time. And then the sun goes away.
Jeremy has now been climbing through the canyon for over 24 hours. He's exhausted, but driven on by a single thought: to get back to his brother.
Climbing up and taking so much energy, getting part of the way or most of the way up, I had never felt so drained. It was extremely hard to climb. Some of the hardest things that I've ever had to climb up in my life.
I'm thinking that by now I should have seen somebody. I had to accept the fact that as positive as I was about the situation and as hopeful as I was about my situation, that it wasn't looking really good for Jeremy. And now it wasn't looking really good for me.
Looking back on it, climbing up these pour-offs, what I remember of it, maybe faced with knowing that it was impossible, I was able to find strength inside me somewhere and abilities that I didn't believe I had or existed. It's strange to think about, and I truly don't know how, but I made it.
Jeremy? Jeremy!
I'm thinking about my brother out there somewhere, and I'm picturing him frozen somewhere because it's too cold and he just can't make it. And I'm starting to lose hope. And I started to think that maybe he was dead.
But as Justin struggles with his fears, miles down the canyon, Jeremy is suddenly confronted by his terrible mistake. He stumbles across the side canyon exit. Disoriented by the darkness, he simply missed it the night before.
It was so obvious. I can't conceive how I would have missed it, other than just the state of mind that I was in. I definitely should have seen it.
Finally, Jeremy has a chance of escaping from the canyon and getting help for his brother.
There.